I'm here essentially as part of a government delegation to showcase investment opportunities in the Republic of South Sudan, because with peace having now come, we believe that there is a good climate for the developmental process to pick up steam, and so we are coming to woo prospective U.S. Foreign investors to come and invest in the Republic of South Sudan. We are also here to lobby for greater support of the peace process in the Republic of South Sudan from the U.S. government. So we came also to meet United States government officials to solicit more support for the peace process in South Sudan.
What do you think has stalled the peace process? Why is Riek Machar, for example, not in Juba at this point?
According to the provisions of the revitalized agreement on the resolution of the conflict in South Sudan, Riek will be required to come to Juba when the government is actually being formed, and that government is not due to be formed till the middle of May this year. And so that's the time when he will be required to be in Juba. But you have to understand also that his members of his team, his colleagues in the leadership of the SPLM-IO are already in Juba. Not only them, but even leaders from the other political groupings that are in Juba. And they are working together hand in hand to implement the provisions of the revitalized agreement.
Both leaders, the president, Salva Kiir, and his main opposition leader, Riek Machar, and other opposition leaders are in Rome, attending what they characterized as a retreat, a peace retreat. Your thoughts on that?
Well, that's a wonderful opportunity for the people of South Sudan at the leadership level to meet again, to bond and to promote healing. The spiritual retreat that is being organized in the Vatican, I believe, has come at a very good time, especially since we are only a few weeks away from inaugurating the revitalized transition of government of national unity. So the timing couldn't have been more perfect than it is. So we are very delighted that that event is taking place.
I'm just curious, why Rome? Why not in South Sudan or in the neighboring countries? Do you have to go to Europe to seek to address your concerns?
I think the location and the timing has been determined by the initiative of the Vatican itself. If we were asked, perhaps we would have suggested that it can be held in Sudan, but the mere fact that the event is taking place is really what matters, not where it is taking place. But hopefully, when we celebrate the inauguration of the new government, all well-wishers will come and participate with us in that important event.
How about critics who say that the government has not been able to implement what you're talking about simply because they don't have the resources to do it?
Yes, of course, there are resource constraints, and maybe it has created a situation where the implementation is lagging a little bit behind. But we are determined that despite these constraints, we should be able to inaugurate the government in the middle of May as per the provisions of the agreement itself. We hope that we'll be able to do that.
Are we going to see this peace through?
The manner first in which our people have reacted to it, the way in which the population has embraced this agreement is without precedent. The fact that opposition figures who are working in the different committees for implementation of the agreement have decided to set up base in Juba and work from there with their colleagues from the government, because normally, because of the distrust, what happens is that the opposition would normally stay outside and would only come in when a new government has been established, of which they are part. They've decided to stay in Juba and they're working with their colleagues in government. Even the military are interacting with our people who were a few weeks ago shooting at each other, now mingle freely in each other's territory within the Republic of South Sudan. So all these indications, they augur very well for peace, and that's why we believe that it is really going to endure.